When I first arrived in Spain, I'd only venture as far as my feet could wander. I would walk 40 or 50 minutes before being forced to retreat to my new home in Seville. I longed to see more of Seville and to get that peanut butter that I was missing so much, but it was just too far. Coger el autobus is a phrase I began to hear frequently, but I was scared. In my small town of Brewster, New York, there is no public transportation. I had no idea how to navigate a bus schedule, let alone in Spanish. The fears to get on the wrong bus, in the wrong direction, and to have to communicate in Spanish held me back. As my first trip away from Sevilla approached, my host family questioned how I'd be getting to the airport. An Uber, of course, was my answer. An Uber was in my comfort zone. The return flight on this trip had a 5-hour layover, so I did some research. I learned there was only one airport bus called EA that ran every 15 minutes, and that the stop closest to my house was Prado de San Sebastian. It was a Saturday, I had nowhere to be when I returned, so I decided that I was going to take the bus. When I got off the plane, my first job was to find the bus stop. I followed the signs and ended up on the opposite end of the street, and watched as the bus pulled away. When I finally got on the bus, I was relieved to find a seat close to the door. Immediately, I noticed that I could not understand anyone around me. As the bus pulled away, I knew there was no turning back. I watched as each stop came and went, and the sights of Sevilla passed by my window. My stop was next. I pushed the red button to alert the driver, waited as the bus slowed, then got off. I had done it. Although not perfect, I was able to take the bus home that day, and I was so proud of myself. I knew I could do it. After that day, I gained confidence in myself that I had lacked at the beginning of my time in Sevilla. I was able to venture into the parts of Sevilla that I had longed to, and to finally get my peanut butter. This new confidence came with me to all my trips, to Amsterdam, Berlin, Prague, Verona, and London. I knew I could navigate the transportation, even if it was in a different language. I was no longer afraid of getting lost, as it is part of the adventure. Given these realities, our choice is to either stay at home to create expert bubbles abroad that attempt to avert inherent risks, or to enter into the world with sustainable caution and common sense. Richard Slimbach.